Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox of X. Before I go any further, I would just want to apologise for the lack of quality in today's video. I'm doing it on the fly. I'm not actually home, so I'm not using my PC. I'm actually using my phone, so my mobile phone. So I do apologise for that. But I just wanted to get a quick reaction video out there to the news that Nintendo again weren't appearing at E3 this year, in a year where they've not long launched the Switch console. They're choosing again not to do an E3 conference. Now, it's puzzling because I'm not sure if you guys are aware, they haven't done E3 for a couple of years now. Last year they did their own conference, and I watched it with anticipation. I was excited for Switch. I was looking forward to the new Zelda game on the Switch, but I just found the whole conference really poorly done. It was poorly presented. It just had a bad atmosphere. It wasn't exciting. It was dull. It was boring. It was absolutely boring. And I found myself switching off after 10 minutes of the conference started. I'd had enough and I just switched it off, and then I just went back a while later and looked at the highlights. Now, for a year where Nintendo really need to push the Switch console, they really need to get it out there. I think it's a big mistake not being at E3. It is the biggest games conference. So it's the biggest platform to get your games out there. And I don't want to see Nintendo go the same way that we've seen other gaming platforms go. I don't want to see them vanish like Sega and like Commodore and Atari. The big names, very big names in the gaming marketplace, in the gaming, in the gamer's home, that have just vanished, and I don't want to see Nintendo go that way. Now, I worry that, are they not at E3 because they haven't got enough to even show at E3? Have they got that little going on at the moment, that they haven't got that much to even, make an E3 conference viable? Or do they prefer doing their own shows? Either way, it's not good, because in my personal opinion, them doing their own press conferences, there's no atmosphere to them. And there isn't. They are boring to watch, and there's no excitement. The audience just sit there like they're listening to a talk at some kind of lecture. That's literally what's happening. It's just Nintendo lecturing a bunch of individuals that are listening to them. There's just no atmosphere at all, no excitement, no buzz. And I think Nintendo need to be at E3, and I think it's a big mistake, especially this year with the launch of the Switch, and they really need to push this console. I think it's a big mistake them not being there. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Not everybody's a Nintendo fan, not everybody's a Sony fan. I'm a gamer, and I do have I have a place for Nintendo. I think they're an important part of the gaming the gaming community. They've always been there. They're the last of the big ones, in my opinion, from my early days, the sort of 70s and 80s. They're important, and we don't want them to go the same way that Sega did, and the same way that Atari did. We lost Commodore. Even the 3DO, albeit at that time was very limited because of the PlayStation launch. They didn't have a bigger launch and as big a time as nowhere near as big as Sega and Commodore. But I want to see Nintendo succeed, and by not being at E3, I can't see how they can succeed. It's a massive platform. They need the buzz, they need the excitement behind this console, and I really, really do think that they're going to struggle doing their own press conference again. As I say, it's just not interesting to watch. And when you're a gamer and you're watching a new product being launched and new games being announced on a platform, and you're bored, you've got to worry. You've got to start thinking that alarm bells have got to start going off. So yeah, I just wanted to get that initial reaction out of there. I think it's a big mistake, Nintendo not being at E3. I can't reiterate that enough. I want to see them do well, and I want to see them take on the might of Sony again, and give us guys, give the Xbox guys a run as well. Because at the end of the day, when these three push, they push each other, and we get more out of it as gamers. At the end of the day, we're the ones that benefit from those three pushing each other, because we get better games consoles, better development, better live services. So I want to see them do well. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. I have hit 400 subscribers. I did say that I would give away 2 copies of Assassin's Creed Unity when I hit 400. I will go through that today when I get home and announce that today. I'll message the 2 people that have got those codes. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means a great deal, and hopefully the next video will be better quality because I'll do that on my PC. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. So please leave your comments, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care.